Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kwakwadash. This brother Nasha DC Camp with a quick video to edify this and say Akim. Because you know, man, the Mosai has strange ways, man, of bringing judgment upon people, man. You know, so I'm just going to use the example of the situation where you had a duck, you know, the duck boat, you know, capsized, you know. So you could imagine, man, folks just wake up one morning not knowing exactly what's going to happen, thinking they're going out for family outing or picnic, you know, or excursion or adventure to the museum. Not knowing that could be the very last time, man. But other than that, man, it just lets you know how powerful the Mosai is. And it could bring his judgment at any time, man. You know, for those that are going to make, you know, they're going to make it through the difficult times, man. It's going to be, something to remember. So here's a video of a woman that lost her husband and some of her children, as well as her other family members, you know, in the in that destruction, man. Because you know how it is, man. Going on the waters is no joke. That's what it's like in this truth, man. You know, when doing the work of Yabashim Shai, basically, you know, putting your life on the line in a dangerous situation. You know, you're subject to all kinds of you know, grievances and controversies out there, man. So, bros, just gotta hold on, man. You can't give up. You know, you gotta have faith in Yabashim Shai. So, I'm just gonna play the video, you know. It's short, but, you know, I'll add some precepts to it.
CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca has been covering this tragedy since the very beginning, and he joins me now with more on how this all happened. And Omar, there's still so many questions from people around here and who know about this story.
And good morning, and there is. And the NTSB started their investigation. It will take months to exactly find out what happened, but of course, family members, they want answers right now, and survivors of this horrible tragedy are now starting to speak out.
And I was yelling and I was screaming. And finally I said, Lord, just let me die. Let me die. I said, I can't keep drowning.
30.
I heard you.
Yeah, let me just rewind that back. So, okay. But nonetheless, you know, the point is there. But just like the situation of Job, you know, when he was catching hell, he was pissed off that, you know, what's the use of him being alive? That would be better he had died from birth than for him to be catching all the hell. But it's all the situation that Yahweh Shema Shai has ordained for his elect. You gotta go through difficulties, man. You know, you gotta go through that narrow path to make it to the other side, you know. You gotta go through, you know, trials and tribulation. That's what, you know, having faith is all about, man. You gotta know exactly that what the Most High has said is gonna happen, and be willing to hold on, you know, by the skin of your teeth. All right. So I'm just gonna play this video.
You say that, you know, your house was always full of kisses, was always full of the patter of little feet.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I have a very...
And you see 9, you know, represents life, you know. That represents life, you know, maternity, you know, just like when the angel stopped by to talk with Abraham and inform him that, you know, Sarah's gonna have a son, you know, according to the time of life, you know. So that's 9 months, you know. So it's the power of Yahweh Shema Shai that's been displayed, man, you know. So this is just a omen of the destruction that's coming. You know, you had the so-called operator of the boat saying that folks wouldn't need a life jacket. Shit. Yep, that's messed up, man. You know, you could imagine something that simple, small as a life jacket could mean a lot. You know, but they just took his word for it. So that's an example of what it's like, man, to have all these so-called false prophets, man, saying you're not gonna catch any hell. You know, the Most High is gonna deliver you. without putting in the work and having faith, spreading all these false doctrines, man. That's why it's important to hearken unto the words of Yahweh Shimei Shai. When all hell's breaking loose, the best thing to do is bunker down, hunker down and hold on to the words of Yahweh Shimei Shai, because that's the only life jacket we have, man. When they see this the flood coming through, the storms coming.
Very close-knit family. On both sides, my in-laws and my direct family. And we always celebrated birthdays together. Christmas, I celebrated almost every holiday. And they really love to be around their family, so there was always happiness in my home.
That's the ultimate setup right there from the Most High, So I'm gonna get a quick precept. Just bear with me, I'm gonna shrink the screen. So alright, so this is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. It says, the Lord kill it and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and bring it up. Alright. The Lord make it poor and he make it rich. He bring it low and lift it up. So that's no joke, man. That's no coincidence, man. The Most High set out a huge judgment upon that family.
And it was something that was key to me when starting a family. I wanted to be able to have in-laws where we got along, where we all, where it wasn't, any separation. They were still my family. I wouldn't say those are my in-laws. I'd say this is my family. And I feel like I was just truly blessed to have that. To have, two families. Some people don't have one, and I had two families.
If it's not too hard, and if you don't want to, I certainly understand. Can you just try to walk us through what happened? I mean, I know the boat started to take on water. I know that they had said that there was a storm coming. They had mentioned life jackets, but they didn't tell.
Yep. So that storm, man, on Saturday was no joke, man. Even here in the East Coast, in Virginia, Maryland, D.C. area, that storm was no joke. It was raining heavily. Brothers were out there to do the work of Yahweh Shimei Shai. I myself personally didn't even get a chance to make it to camp in time. But the issue is this, man. It's an old man, no man. The Most High is not joking around. So brothers got to tighten up. We're going through that phase where it's going to be so many storms, man. The economy crashing. You got the plagues. You have diseases. Then you have the martial law. You have the civil war. You have the race wars. You have the madness, man, of the society that you have to deal with. So I get another precept. So this is gonna be Isaiah chapter 45 verse 17. It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakadash, with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So, for those that made it out of that boat capsizing, they count themselves, blessed, but at the end of the day, man, it's how the Most High will deliver the elect, man. Barely make it out, Scripture talks about shall scarcely be saved. So it's just an example of how difficult it's gonna be, man, So that's so messed up, So I'm just gonna skip and find another video. That was gonna be let's see what else. There's a Coast Guard.
We were on the scene today of that horrific duck boat accident in Branson, Missouri, just as they lifted the boat out of the water. And one of the things they revealed, the life jackets right there on the shelf in the boat. This question, of course, did the captain ever tell passengers to put them on as this disaster was beginning to unfold? ABC's Marcus Moore in Branson again tonight.
That doomed boat back on the surface tonight. The Coast Guard raised.
And that's what ASO Systems are based on, man. You always want to make a profit, you know, because you know how when the weather service sends out the message, the alert that, you know, we're going to have a storm here and there, you know, folks got to take extra precautions. But, you know, the boat company decided to go on that on that trip, man, put the people out there at risk. And now they've opened up themselves to all kinds of lawsuits and liabilities, man. You know, so that's the one thing, man. You know, to take heed. You know, when the warning goes out, folks always think that, you know, it's a light joke. You know, the elders give an order, brother, take it lightly. You know, that's the way it is in the real world, man. You know, folks that don't pay attention, they get fucked up. You know, and folks that got on the boat themselves, man, if they had understood the importance of paying attention to all the weather forecasts that's being broadcasted on the news, you know, they would have understood clearly that it wouldn't be safe. Even the folks that go on this whitewater rafting, they know exactly, you know, when it's safe to go there. But hey, the ones that don't take heed, they get swept away. You know, folks drowning, and that's a horrible way to die. You know, so the lawyer Bashim Al Shai has a way of jacking people up, man, from not taking heed. You know, so folks just gotta suffer, man. The ones that survive, I guess, you know, the Mosai had that. You know, the so-called the mark of for exemption
From the bottom of the lake. It sank in a violent storm Thursday. The boat battling winds above 60 miles per hour and 6-foot swells. 17 dying in that terrifying disaster. Those crews lifting the boat from the water, and you can see the line of life jackets there hanging from the top canopy. Survivor Tia Coleman believes those life vests could have saved some of her 9 family members, including 3 young children. This photo taken just before the tragedy.
I felt like if I was able to get a life jacket, I could have saved my babies.
But she says the captain told passengers they wouldn't need the vests. Regulations require life jackets or PFDs to be on board, but
the decision to don those PFDs is made as an operational decision for the captain on board.
Investigators recovering the boat.
Well, so the captain fucked up, you know, so that's the issue, man. There's one thing, you know, to be a captain on a ship, and there's another thing, you know, to make sound decisions. You know, if the captain had told the people to put on the life vest, who knows how many people would have survived, you know. And then you understand that the Most High, ruler in the kingdom of men, you know, he does as he pleases, you know. So who knows, man? Who knows what the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, how it could make things happen, man. You know, we're just here to watch the movie. We don't know exactly, you know, how the Most High is gonna pull the strings, but we have an idea, you know, of what's gonna happen. You know, you know, we get a big picture, but not the real micro, you know, little bits and pieces here and there.
Data recorder, which may provide clues to how the crew responded and answers for grieving families.
Since I've had a home, it's always been filled. It's always been filled with little feet and laughter. And my husband, I don't know.
Yep, so it's just money for our children and the husband, man. You know, Yahweh Shai talked about those that will be with children. They're gonna mourn, you know. So you can imagine folks that have children now, what they're gonna go through when all hell breaks loose. All right, I'm gonna get another precept. So this is gonna be the book of Psalm, chapter 9. I'll start from verse 9. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. So the elect will be protected, man, from the coming storm that's gonna happen, man. America is gonna go through that phase of being turned upside down, and then it's gonna be destroyed. And the elect that make it out of here, they will live to tell the story, in the kingdom. You know, brothers will be singing all kinds of hymns and glorifying the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakwakadash. We'll be telling those stories for years and years and years. How the Most High delivered the elect and 1/3, spread out throughout the four corners of the earth, the nation of Israel, out of the destruction that's coming upon the earth. The scripture talks about America, the whole earth ruling to and fro like a drunkard. That's exactly how the boat was, on the sea, on that river. Goes going up and down, no balance, nothing, just staggering. So that's exactly how what a drunken life looks like, man. And then if you look at the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, and verse 19, it says, confidence in an unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. So the captain of that so-called boat fucked up, man. The captain would have come. I'm not sure whether he made it or not, but hey, he's got to live with it, man. He's opened himself up to all kinds of criticism and questioning, man. The NTSB, National Transportation and Safety Board, they got to investigate. They got to check out the data recorders. They got to look into the safety policies, all those things, man. The insurance company, gotta start reviewing their policies and all that stuff. But hey, you can imagine, man. Folks can't put their faith in a system that's not profitable, man. Being cheap cannot guarantee salvation, man. Bro's gotta go in 100%. It's hard, but hey, you gotta have faith, man. And just like the old lady that gave all she had, bro's gotta have that same mindset, because the Most High will reward you. That's all that counts. Because we go into the times of Jacob's trouble. It's not gonna be a joke. Going through these difficult phases, man. Family members are gonna get jacked up. Some folks will be, might be lynched. Some folks might have their heads chopped off, just for the fun of it. Some might get burnt alive. Some might get eaten alive. Who knows what kind of judgment the Most High has reserved, for 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Some folks might get, dissolved in acid. It's gonna be so messed up here in Babylon, man. So, only the Lord knows exactly how much of destruction is gonna take place, but the elect, we don't have to worry about that, because they know they have confidence in a faithful captain. That's Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai always said, whoever hearken unto his word will never see death. Whoever giveth his life for his name's sake, we have salvation, we have eternal life. So that's what it's like doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You don't have to worry about the trouble around you, because you're getting sound instruction. There is no room for doubt. When you're serving the Lord, you gotta go along with the plan. You can't be looking backwards and be contemplating. What if this captain is wrong? What if the doctrine of GMS is whack? I'm like, hey, gotta have faith, man. brothers have been through difficult times, so brothers got to know how to stand until the end. Brothers shouldn't give up. It's a uphill battle, man. You gotta be strong, to make it to the next level. You gotta go from one stage to the next stage. You gotta grow. It's not gonna be easy. So with that being said, Kahalaya Bashim Yahushai, Bashem Kwakadash, the honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. We all know that the storm is coming. Folks just gotta pay attention, man. It's gonna be so messed up out here, when the microchip, the mark of the beast is being issued, that's gonna be the ultimate test, man. And then you're gonna have World War III. So folks just gotta know how to have faith, man. Just like the woman, in the video, she was saying, Lord, just let me die. But only the Lord decides when it's gonna be time, man. That's exactly what folks need to understand. The Most High decides when a person's time is gonna be up. Some folks might be having a good time at the heights of their youth, in their prime, successful career. All of a sudden, the Most High says, "Oh well, it's time to go." He says, "Oh Lord, I can't just leave, man. I wouldn't accomplish anything. All the things I need to accomplish." Like, well, sorry, it's time to go. So it's sad, but at the same time, it's wisdom, man. That the Most High is taking care of business as He sees fit. We're not in a position to tell the Most High, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You could have done it this way, but hey, let the Lord be the Lord. We're just His puppets. So Kahalaya Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakwakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. I can stay sound in the faith. We're in stormy waters, so just keep fighting, man. It's gonna be difficult, brothers. Just take heed, to sound doctrine. Shalom.